Get us underway. Came through that black ball thriller, of course, with Karen Wilson. Having landed in the UK that same day from China.
Doing this talking about the game business for quite a long time, and seen all the players, and pretty much near their potential, and we're in for a cracker.
Yeah, and I think what makes it more interesting is neither, of course, has won a title this season, so they're both. And this is his 7th appearance in the semi-finals for the champion of champions. It's only Zhao Xintong.
Prove to the world number one why he's world champion, and vice versa. The world number one wants to show the world champion why he's the best player in the world. Both, obviously. The pot's on that he used to. Whereas Xintong still, pretty much you'd have to say, doesn't refuse much. Reason, it's well documented, he hasn't won a tournament this year. And for someone who's been winning so regularly, it's an incredible step.
So in the break. In terms of those two meetings, Xintong's win over Trump came. I guess the players look at Zhao Xintong differently now, as he's the world champion. Back then, he was a rising star with a lot of potential.
Quite a long way off. But the tournament stats, pot success 93 versus 2 efforts from Judd, 2 long pots. Didn't really get close to either. I think he'll pot this one.
Because of course it's not an event where
open. Reds are nicely spread.
12.
For in the first frame of a big match. So it'll be very reactive.
20.
On day one, but the standard has been good all week. I think it's improved, and as you say, it's now reclothed.
$28. $36.
So putting the cue ball in an area there to give himself options.
44.
This kind of situation that Judd's had with the balls nicely spread, it doesn't even matter. If you're not on top, presented with easy chances. And of course, as soon as I say that,
Trump,
this is the easy red. He'll be disappointed. He hasn't done it.
1.
Well, really should have been Trump's frame, shouldn't it? Meanwhile, Xintong's on the red on the left-hand side. Yeah.
16.
It's amazing when you think his average shot time, but his cue ball control is such that he doesn't really have a lot of thinking time,
24.
a lot of deliberation. Everything's automatic. No one in the game makes snooker look easier than this guy at the table when he's playing.
30.
So Brown. But at least he's got the chance. It didn't look like he would have the opportunity.
38.
It's worth it. Not sure where they played it or not. You just can't see him clearing up from here.
47.
This is going to have to be some shot to get.
50. Zhao Xintong, 50.
Well, I thought he would have been 10.
So Trump, as I say, was where you want to be in terms of... And it's going to be
9.
first blood to the world champ, barring a snooker match between these two. Well, hasn't potted the pink, so
Zhao Xintong,
Trump will come
9.
back. Oh.
Frame.
Judd Trump certainly enjoys this event. As I mentioned, 5 finals. He's won it once. He's made a maximum. As the cue ball finds the
Zhao
yellow pop.
Look happy out there, comfortable. Snooker's not like tennis where you can walk out with like. And again, to prove my point, he's really struggling
1.
from distance. Perhaps the next long ball he's presented with. And I was able to follow through with
9.
top spin, run inside, which is left-hand side, and obviously the
Judd Trump, 14.
Yeah, just didn't get anywhere near the Reds. So just
but I don't know for certain. It's definitely not been as quick. Judd was sort of a bit surprised where he ended up that last shot off the blue.
One. Judd Trump, 1. One.
also got to the semis in Shanghai,
8.
so it's not been a disaster this season by any means, but he played so well, of course. Wilson did last season. Of course, he won 4 titles.
$16.
Black going up to quite happy with the pink being here. He's playing it with topspin.
$23.
is on this red.
26.
Yes, obviously it's not, but got this nonchalant air about him.
$32.
This red to right corner, clear.
39.
Maybe into potable positions. Yeah, he'll be
46.
That pink did go through the gap, but he didn't pot it, as we saw.
$52.
He really is lethal when he gets in terms of scoring, winning frame.
59.
The yellow was obviously the toughest pot.
66.
Trump doesn't look, I say he hasn't looked at his best all week, but because he's the great champion, a different level an opponent tonight.
Zhao Xintong.
Yeah, he's had his
72
chances, Trump,
and
but
different.
just a pink in the second. That proved costly. Zhao Xintong has looked pretty good so far. Of course, he easily could have been out. And that red was available, but not in.
One.
One thing Judd Trump knows best, of course, in every match he's played. Sometimes it's about just digging in and digging out a result. But in this match, surely, if he is to be successful, and this is another chance.
$15.
Yeah, I think the only way he's going to put pressure on his opponent. Look,
21.
that was superb.
$29.
Didn't make a century.
35.
The positional side of this.
43.
In fact, he was able to get a gap through. Nice position. Has to win the frame here.
$49.
It's almost like if he doesn't do it in one hit, you're showing weakness.
No problem. Kind of feels like the winning shot. He still needs to make sure of this frame, but
62.
So blue and red required for 2-1, but the most significant thing, of course, he would have won it in one visit.
Yes, mate.
68.
It's a bit of a blockbuster tie. You don't want it to fizzle out. He's missed that, so should be
Judd trump,
enough.
68.
3 snookers needed.
One.
Oh dear,
Frank
the
and
fluke he
City,
didn't want.
Frank
Flicked off the
Trump.
black winning.
One.
Oh dear,
Frank
the
and
fluke he
City,
didn't want.
Frank
Flicked off the
Trump.
black winning. Well, there's no holding back there, was there? That was full-blooded. And
One.
along the way, trousered
7.
that bonus that was put up, the 100 grand.
Great bit of break building thinking there from Judd, because now, as you can see, the black's completely open to both corner pockets,
15.
and it makes scoring now that much easier.
$23.
Seems to be finding his
29.
Main element of safety, but because he didn't get the pot, he careened into the reds. And that's why when Trump came to the table,
37.
what makes him such a fearsome opponent, because even when he's not getting them, it's still putting pressure on your safety. You still know he's going to take something on, and it can put your opponent,
44.
can be intimidating. World number one, he can't afford to be given gifts of leaves like he's done there.
he played the Hollywood shot, but turned out a bit of a flop.
51.
Just played for the black. A little bit more
59.
angle on that shot without going into him, I suppose. If he takes the two loose reds, with colours already 66 in front, mathematically in a winning position of the frame, but you always want to pot that
67.
extra red just to make sure.
Yeah,
Judd Trump, 73.
so not quite there, but one off as clinically as he would have hoped.
1.
You don't really think of Zhao Xintong as a... 3 of these 4 reds. Play for the snooker on the last red.
9. $70.
1
Yeah, he needed pink or black off this red, and it's not there.
Zhao Xintong, 25.
And he's nodded his
no
head.
conceded frame. Just
So,
In the commentary box.
Thanks, Rishi. Yeah, the weather is truly terrible. The snooker simply scintillating. Three of
Well, I think he surprised himself there as to how much of the red he could hit an immediate chance of some description here.
1.
Hardly ever played, really, you know, for various reasons, of course. There
Zhao
was an
Xintong
enforced
won.
layoff for Zhao Xintong, as we know, but Judd was struggling earlier. Kind of the obituaries were kind of a little bit premature, weren't they? Because he came back powerfully in those last two frames and quickly.
best when it counted most. Numerically equal at the interval, I think. Trump. This semi-final.
You don't expect long safety battles in. He actually hit it too thin. Oh, that was horrible. That was horrible. That the way he struck that, he completely missed.
One of the worst. And you might think, well, surely one individual shot wouldn't be that much of a detriment to your confidence, but
Didn't cost him, I suppose. So I suppose from here, you know, we've got best of 7, haven't we, to see who wins. I think the problem there was the two reds on the right of the table.
1. Seven. $14.
That red up the table. Yes, because it really opens up things with the black not really in play.
70.
yeah, sufficient.
$20. 23.
Getting on with it, Trump, isn't he? Those two frames from 2-0 down, in the blink of an eye, he was level. Somewhere in between.
Extremely acute angle.
Judd Trump, 29.
Kind of came out of nowhere. Was coming as a result of that, really.
1.
Tournament.
Yeah, we had that extraordinary
8.
stat during the Masters. Sean Murphy, I think you're in.
$15.
Yeah, I mean, he's a terrific player. And he over.
Zhao Xintong, 21.
There. There is no question. It's immediately post-interval. It could be one of the most important to set the agenda in the second half.
It's mighty close, but I think he's got, well...
That's
1.
Brilliant pot. We know what he can do, how well he pots.
Seven.
Well, he has an angle at least on the back. Try and disturb something anyway. That wasn't the cannon he was hoping for. Sometimes the balls dictate, and a leader like that makes him favourite.
fully intentional double kiss to get the...
Yes, and...
1.
well, has he got any kind of a shot on the right? Oh, what a shot. What a shot he's played. Yes, he might not be very fortunate, but... do you know, I think I'd almost rather him played that red up the table there.
But in the end, it looks as though indirectly it might have cost him.
1.
Potting this one. He's tried to avoid that with a little bit of left-hand running side. But like you say, you know, the... well, someone wanted it in.
Black ball.
So it's one snooker, but he's in a snooker. She's one of those...
This one has been disjointed in the extreme, this frame. Would need 2 snookers.
Foul. Judd trump 4.
He concedes. His lead at the top of the rankings is being eroded, but he remains top of the pile. He's leading the reigning world champion, 3.
Not easy. You have to have a dart at this, I think. As good as the break-off was,
1.
Zhao Xintong was...
Zhao Xintong 1.
UK Championship, shootout, Scottish Open. And I think particularly for Trump would be very timely indeed. But
Foul.
clearly
Miss.
there's question marks.
Zhao Xintong 4.
For him to miss altogether. Yeah, look, I think a lot's been made of Judd using a different cue, and he made Sunday, then we'll stop talking about it. Which is good, because all that chat really doesn't go anywhere. Well, he's left one. I mean, he played it as if...
One.
Sometimes
It's one of those you'd like to be able to play it and halfway
Foul.
down
Miss.
name your
Just
colour.
one.
Which one he
Chosen.
was on the third attempt. Sorry about that. Well, I didn't get my way, but it's a brilliant shot. I mean, the third attempt.
well, I think this frame is going to be powerhouse special here.
1.
Yes, we are, and that will do.
It certainly will. To
5.
yeah, certainly helped by the yellow away from its spot there. The up and down was straightforward.
11.
But you see, because it was a fairly narrow pocket opening, he couldn't than Judd. Oh, that was a handy flick.
17.
It. The inaccessibility of the
24.
black will be a negative for Zhao, should he?
31.
Because Zhao, title, sometimes we forget he's won 3 professional events.
45.
All true. Although he is one. Yes, but Judd is like a very young man.
52.
He's kind of the epitome of the modern day player, isn't he? His style of play.
8.
And for someone who can do it spectacularly,
59.
he's kind of done well to chip away and get these 2 frames post. Balls have gone a little awkwardly, and he's coped with it better, I think, of the 2.
Way back.
$73.
A valiant red from black.
Foul. Zhao Xintong 7.
So no
Judd Trump
century.
77 and a
But that
frame.
was just a minor short-range pink. You can help but be concerned for the Bristolian. Now, though, the concern is all Zhao's. 2 more frames needed for another shot at the title.
Well, Zhao Xintong went missing for some frames. Ooh, that flick was not...
Down that half of the table. He's consistently overcutting. This overcut could be...
Nine.
Took a real calculated risk there. Turned out to be a little too big.
Zhao Xintong 16.
You'll think he's a bit unlucky. Bottom right. Needs help here.
One of those situations. This kind of tip-tap exchange.
Well, that red went all round the pocket. He's playing it. Oh, that was ever so close as well. It's just not quite clicking in.
One.
And he's a pretty good doubler.
Nine.
It's allowed him a good chance.
Potted. 333 to 334 now for Trump.
$15.
Trump is achieving that, but Zhao down at 80%.
$22.
Well, he's a bit fortunate there because just the odd shot here or there he looks a little bit unsure of, but you know, he's playing pretty well.
26.
Certainly not playing poorly. It's just the odd shot.
Entirely, Neil. I think, though, given the occasion, given the opposition,
$30.
Oh, that was a nice shot. That was a nice cannon.
35. $40. $44.
Started with that
51.
double, and it was kind of a shot to nothing, really. He couldn't. So
59.
conquered most things, but he's now up against a world champion who's rarely played. So it's kind of different kind of a challenge, of which
Judd Trump, 66.
yes, it doesn't feel like it's about to happen. And winning a frame like this. Oh, there, hello. There's something out of the
Zhao
blue.
Xintong, 4.
Tell you what, he did well to hit that blue. He wants to get it down to one red as soon as he can, Xintong. Or even,
One.
if he could take two red blacks, more than one snooker.
Zhao Xintong, 8.
Yellow and brown provided. That will do.
Yes, a bit of a relief. I mean, it was a good contact with the red. He never quite know you're going to knock it in, but he hit plenty of it. But when he hit that yellow on the way through, all forgotten now, and the lead has got one more frame to win.
30.
Xintong, who looks perfectly relaxed out there, but he's got to find something now from here.
Judd Trump, 13 and a frame.
And Trump will gain a lot from that frame. His Xintong was 2 down with 3 to play, and he overcame the world number 2. Now he needs to win the last 4 frames to deny the world number 1.
So Judd is doing some good things. You know, we're concentrating a little bit on one or two parts.
1.
Now's his chance to put the match away, and it's quite a good one.
Nine. $15. $23.
Kind of won the World Championships striking that pose. Very serene, calming influence, but you know, somewhere inside he must know he is generally a very calming influence. But
31.
tonight, well, he's been schooled.
tactical superiority. Robertson
Trump,
missed
38.
a couple of reds.
So,
1.
I don't know if anyone really expected that. I mean, I couldn't imagine shot. Is he on one to middle?
9.
How the mood of a match can change.
16.
What a way of playing it.
23.
Fabulous. It really wasn't. And that's a good shot too. He's finished right in there.
Zhao Xintong, 30.
As soon as the red was... Judd Trump.
1.
So relieved. Second time. In to win. And this is even more clear-cut than the first chance, Neil.
Yes, you would think so.
9.
Look for all the world like he will convert this. Been a very interesting match.
16.
We were looking forward to it all day. I mean, it's not been fireworks. Judd has still got that fighting spirit. You know, and 2-0 down, it was not looking. But what looks like reeling off 6 in a row, and he's on the brink of doing that. Because this is not the best that Trump can play. I mean, that's one thing we know.
Glides in the
31.
penultimate red, and basically he's through. This is just the kind of display he would have craved. 6 in succession against a very dangerous rival.
38.
He's got plenty of support, and now we get to see some of these unparalleled.
45.
Well, about this first shot, absolutely brilliant. He's cue balls going all around the table. Yeah,
48.
he'll tell earlier this week he said he's not sure about what he's going to do in the future, whether he
52.
changes the cue. You wouldn't want to be changing much, would you, at this
57.
stage?
'63 frame and a match.
The king of the Crucible
Thank you, Xintong.
loses.